Go live. It's your girl. It's your girl. You're rocking with the Queen 86. Just came in just to drop a little knowledge, a little wisdom. Well, we seen a title. I just wanted to talk about people not using each other in 2023. Um, you are gonna run past people that may come off as good intentions or come off as they, are meant to be in your life, or you may get people that y'all may relate on some things. The vibe may be right. Let's say that. But then you have those people that come into your life that actually are leeches. That's the right word, because technically they're not being your friend. They are not being gentle with what they may be doing. They're not taking into consideration, how that person may feel. If the shoes was on the other foot, how would you feel? You can't just use someone and think that God is going to bless it, because God don't bless mess. So I also told you guys that I see things, and I do, and God showed me things. But right now, what I want to talk about is just using people, because you have those that will come into your life and you would think, okay, this is the friendship, this is the relationship, this is they good people. And so you build a relationship with those people based off how you interact with those people. Now, nowadays you have people that interact with you differently or accordingly to who they are around. Let me rephrase that. People deal with you accordingly to who they is around. So let's just say you got 3 people, 2 of them are best friends, one of them is just a friend by association. You just know somebody that knows somebody. So basically all your friends are not going to be friends. That's what I'm saying. If you know somebody, that does not mean that you and every person that you hang out with are real cool. All y'all kick together. You're not going to find that, because it doesn't work like that. Because the way that I may act around one person may not be the same way I act around the other person. Either my body language is going to switch up, and this is just talking about people in general, not talking about me. This is just talking about people. Either your body language is going to switch up, either the way that you interact with this person is going to switch up, or either how you communicate with them. But that's a sign of a person actually using you. When a person switches up in front of people, it's always another agenda behind it. But you have some people that gives other people the benefit of the doubt. And there's nothing wrong with giving an individual the benefit of the doubt. It's just you have to know who you dealing with. And I'm only able to speak on this, y'all, because I done been through a lot. And I'm not saying that I done went through more than what you done went through, but I'm pretty sure that I done went through some things that I can say that maybe some 50 and 60-year-old women ain't never experienced. I mean, it's life. But when people just insert themselves in your life on situations that are beneficial for them, that is a red flag. And there's another reason why I wrote red today. But anyway. So, the red flags you have to watch out for, y'all, is just, it's anybody that's switching up on you. If you know when you talk to this person is a certain way, or when you deal with this person, you know, normally talk like this, or this person doing this right here, and all of a sudden you see an individual that's actually doing something different than what they would normally do if it was just you and them, that's a red flag. I mean, people don't understand nowadays is like you have to be willing to be fake in order to fit in with the majority of the people that are actually in this world. You don't have to be fake to fit in. But one thing about being very honest and blunt and outspoken is there's some consequences that come with that. People not going to deal with you. People gonna say, I mean, people gonna throw some salt on your name if you're one of those out there that's not faking it to fit in. Now, it's nothing wrong with wanting to fit in, but sometimes you have to analyze the situation that you are in and realize if you want to be in that or just let that go. So, I'm going to speak on a situation to where if you have an individual and you know that this person pattern is this right here, and all of a sudden that person pattern switch over, then that means that that person is not being honest to themselves on who they are, because they're switching, they're changing, they're changing things around, they regrouping, they starting over, people they just be all over the place. So don't let nobody be all over the place and mixing things up and switching things and changing and flip-flopping, and one minute they, you know, we cool, the next minute, you know, y'all ain't cool, you know, or this person cool with that person and y'all can't get along with that person. I mean, everybody ain't supposed to get along with each other on just being besties. But we are supposed to be able to be cordial to each other. We are supposed to walk in love. So that we are supposed to do. But you can't just say that, you know, your best friend gonna be my best friend. Because it don't work like that. But nowadays, you got to be fake to make it. You got to tiptoe around situations, and you got to make sure that, you know, some things don't come up or some things don't come out. Because, see, they always say what's done in the dark will come to the light. See, you don't have to speak on everything because everything don't need to be spoken on. But an individual that watch their surroundings, you have no choice but to peep it, see it, acknowledge it, and walk away from it. So, again, don't let nobody use you. Don't let nobody step into your life and be wishy-washy. Don't let nobody step into your life and want to make decisions for you. Don't let nobody step into your life and just want to be around you for the beneficial things that you have or what you can do. Because God going to show you them people too. See, in the Bible, it actually says that God will make your enemy your footstool. And that, I've seen. But, you know, it takes people to see God's work in order to believe in it. You have to actually walk that road and actually know what God can do in order to fear him, you know, because you got some people out here that fear each other. I ain't fearing no man, no woman that walk on this earth. Because you bleed the same way I do. I bleed the same way you do. We was born the same way. Not saying we all gonna die the same way, because we're not. We're not. And in good circumstances, I would say that we would wish it on natural causes for being a peace sake. Natural causes, just a silver lining. But nowadays, that ain't what it is. But gotta talk about that another day. Back to the topic. If you see people that got red flags, they distant, they communicate with you different when people are around, or again, celebrate those that celebrate you. I mean, you acknowledge those that acknowledge you. I'm not saying you got to go out and you got to be seen and talk to everybody, and you ain't got to do all that. All that ain't necessary. But watch those that you have in your circle, because those that are in your circle are not always meant to be in your circle. Those that are in your circle, you have to be able to acknowledge the BS in order to move differently. See, when you move different and you move in silence, there's always somebody trying to figure out something. But the thing about it is that you ain't in the middle of nothing. You just your name just might be in some people's mouths, that's all. But they can't do nothing to you. So, again, peep it, move on, acknowledge it, and keep it going. But in 2023, I really do think that people really need to stop using each other, because we're not doing nothing but making each other collateral damage in certain situations. So that's just how I feel about that. And I mean, it's a lot of scenarios I can give you guys about, how people can use you. But if they switch up on you, if they distant, if their body language change, if the way they change, if it flip-flops when people are around, then that means that that person is not genuinely trying to be around you. That person doesn't have any genuine feelings for you. That person is actually in this situation because of something that is beneficial. Now, everybody beneficial statement is not what you can do for me. It could be, I just need to call you. You are a good ear. You somebody that listen. You somebody that give me advice. It just depends on you and that person relationship, where you would have to determine if this is good for you. Is this person using you? Is this beneficial for me? Is this adding extra stress onto my plate? Is this something that I'm with my dog? If it's something that you can fix, fix it. But if it's something that you can't fix, don't fix it. But again, like I said, when you find out that people are using you, you peep the shit, you analyze the shit, you acknowledge the shit, and you move on. Because nowadays you got people that, it's easier said than done to walk away, but the biggest thing that a person can do is walk away. So, I dropped this video today because there's a lot of people out there that are not awake. It's some people that sleep. It's some people that don't understand. It's some people that really don't get that there's a higher power out there. And with you using people, you're not bringing in any good karma to you and your situations. So, y'all, all I'm going to ask y'all to do in 2023, I mean, if you know you're not in a situation because you want to be there, or you just in that situation for what you can get out of it, don't put nobody through that. Because see, what y'all don't understand is that that's a form of abuse. We not gonna really talk about that on here because I don't want my channel flagged. But when you make someone think that something is something and then it actually turns out to not be what it was supposed to be, that is actually called emotional abuse. But again, like I said, we ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about that because I got a whole different live I want to do on that one, y'all. So again, just stay awake. Remember that everybody that's in your circle is not meant for you, and it's gonna be some people that's set out to try to use you. But this live is actually to just bring awareness to people that are actually being used and can't identify it. But then on down the line, you tripping because somebody ain't dealing with you. So again, you are rocking with the Queen 86. I will be dropping a lot of more videos in 2023 because I got some words and I got some wisdom for everybody out there, all ages, all group sizes, big girl, small girl, plus size girl, BBWs, whatever y'all want to call skinny girls, you know what I'm saying? All right. Y'all have a good one. Stay tuned. Like, share, and subscribe if you like this video.